Alrighty, I think we're good to go. Let me double check this here very fast, guys. There we go. Alright, I think we are good to go. Okay. Hey everybody, hope you guys all had a good Thanksgiving break. I'm feeling a little bit better here. I still am having a lack of sleep for some problem and like a migraine going on, so you guys are going to have to deal with me having that for the next few days at least. I've been up since about 1 o'clock this morning and I have gotten no sleep since then. Um, I'll probably get to sleep sometime later on tonight. But yeah, it's been a very, very weird week for me. But Thanksgiving was good. Me and Loki had a whole duck. We got like most of the duck left over here, but we fried it up in the oven. It was absolutely beautiful. Mashed potatoes. I made homemade mac and cheese with the roux and the brick of cheese and whatnot. Very, very tasty Thanksgiving. I even got some cranberry sauce and some stuff like that. Some yams. It was a pretty good time, everybody. And hey, Austin. Hey, DJ. Hope you guys have all been doing well here. So you guys might have seen the new style of my daily upload videos. That's pretty nice. I'll talk more about that maybe later on. But today I think we got to talk about a lot of the stuff going on in the market because Bitcoin is at a very drastic tipping point here. And we're going to have to do a couple things if you want to see a Christmas rally, which I think can happen with the help of the Federal Reserve coming up on December 14th. However, technicals are not in our favors, so we're going to be relying on news to really push Bitcoin higher here, and we'll talk about that in the next few minutes, okay? After Bitcoin, a little bit of news about FTX. Not much new news, but BitBoy went down there and he went down to the Bahamas to try to find him, and they found his car. All types of crazy stuff breaking out. And then we're going to be talking about like the top 10 coins and also whale number 3. And you guys have been asking me to make NFTs for a while. I've been making them, but I just haven't minted them, if that makes sense. So I finally made some. I'm not expecting you guys to buy any, but I'm just saying, hey, now they're available. I got to figure out a way to make them free, though, because right now, what's it called? OpenSea wants me to charge a minimum amount. So I might have to mint some of my NFTs somewhere else, like that way you guys get them for free. Like maybe the first 100 people or something like that. More than that would normally watch the stream here. And then hopefully that'll work out. But guys, let's kind of dive in here. And hey, Bideford, let's dive into what's going on with Bitcoin in the markets here. Because we should look at this at a macro level first and start going, from the monthly chart to the weekly chart to the daily chart. And then maybe finally finishing off with the 4-hour chart here. So there's a few things I'm looking for right now at a very basic level without going into all the GAN boxes and GAN fans and stuff of that nature. We just have a simple Fibonacci retracement, and we're currently testing that level out here on the monthly chart. You can see currently we're below it. On the weekly chart, we've closed below it multiple times, and on the daily chart, we've also closed down below it multiple times, okay? I'm not putting so much weight into this, but at least on the monthly chart, there is a level of support here that we're trying to hold, and then, if we do manage to hold it a few months later in hindsight, we can say, oh yeah, we had a bounce up here for a short amount of time before the 20-month moving average finally crashed down below the 50. By then, though, I don't know what's going to happen because that's actually never happened before, but I'm assuming it'll happen at the same time as a bunch of bullish indicators as far as moving averages, having golden crosses on the weekly and the daily charts, okay? Let's hope that stays true here, okay? Now, but we're not, this is months away, so if this does cross, it'll happen sometime in June of 2023. Which will be interesting, but maybe we just have a sudden, maybe a second dip like this if we're in a very bad economy. Maybe it's something like that, but we've never actually had them cross. And when they've gotten close, it's always been when the market's been taking off, right? Close, the market's been taking off. Okay. So let's get that out of the way for now. Let me move this. I've been having trouble with my microphone lately, so I want to make sure it's nice and crisp here because I'm probably have to make some adjustments to it later on. Now, going over here to the weekly chart, everybody, all I really want to see, over the next few days here, we're going to be talking about the daily and weekly here at the same time. Let me make this line a little bit thicker for you guys. All right. Our major level of resistance, forget all the GAN fans, GAN boxes, everything. Our major level of resistance that we're going to try really hard to get back above is going to be 17,585 on the Bitcoin US dollar chart, not Bitcoin Tether chart, Bitcoin USD, okay? If you guys are looking for Bitcoin Tether, which I think most of you guys, if you guys are trading off of that, that's going to be $17,622, okay? that's going to be our big next level of resistance. If you guys want to see some type of massive strong move, they're like, wow, we're popping off. Oh my gosh, there's a potential for us to be in a good position finishing off the year. That's what you guys are hoping for. Now, what makes this a little bit more difficult on the daily chart here, and why we're kind of on the brink here, is because today and tomorrow, more today, we're going to be testing out the 20-day moving average here. We haven't tested this out in a while. Last time was way over here, but as far as breaking out above it, it's been a hot minute, okay? And we don't really have the best track record in this bearish market, but I have to say, at least this is a test. So if we do manage to pop above it, hopefully we can have a good sign here that says, hey, we're going to be going up for at least a few days here, and that means your altcoins will be ripping while Bitcoin maybe gains maybe 2 to 3%, okay? Now, I'm excited. I want to see if this does manage to break out. We don't have any real bad news coming out anytime soon, I don't think. So if I were to go over here to the 4-hour chart, you can already see we had a golden cross. We've had a few golden crosses. No, actually, this is our first golden cross. Never mind. We got close over here with those 2 pumps, but then we came down. But if we go over here, and let me just make this 20 moving average a 20-day moving average here. Let's get rid of the 50 and the 200. You can see we're fairly close to actually breaking out above this. It would be a pretty sizable move in order to get us above that 20-day moving average, but I think it's definitely possible, especially since today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. We don't really have to rely on the stock market to really cause any crazy moves for us, okay, one way or the other. This gives us at least one day to have a big pop. Hopefully that pop can be something substantial here, because if not, then we have to worry about coming back down here and coming back down to maybe the $16,000, maybe even high 15,000s. That's going to freak everybody out all over again here. Now, some other things. How do I say this in a good way? No sales from whale number 3 here. A little bit of Bitcoin sold, a little bit of Bitcoin bought, but it's in that really small level where it's not really them doing anything. Overall, in the last 60 days, crypto is kind of all over the place, which doesn't normally happen that much. So you can see in the last 60 days here, let's even go to the last 30 days, because this is more relevant since you had like a crash and a pop, FTX news, all this type of drama coming out. You see that in the last 30 days, Bitcoin is down about 19%. Ethereum is down about 21%. BNB up 10. What else we got here? XRP down 15, Dogecoin up 20, a lot off of what we've been seeing over the past few days, and we'll talk about that here in the next few minutes. ADA down about 19, Polygon down about 7, DOT down about 16, Litecoin up about 41. That was the big surprise of the week here. Solana down about 54, still going down here. There's still a fear that the people that own the Solana after FTX has fallen, the liquidators, they may try to sell it off here just to get some bang for the buck, especially as the price continues to fall here. Shiba Inu is down 14. It didn't follow Dogecoin this time, which is pretty interesting. Although I would say Shiba Inu is something to keep on your watch list here, because as Dogecoin kind of pops, a lot of times you do see SHIB try to follow. So that may be a dark horse popper here that you may just want to have an alert set up. Like, hey, if you see some increased volume or you see it break above a certain price, that could be a good indicator that's going to pop up just to try to catch up to Dogecoin here, okay? Now, Tron is down about, Tron is breaking about even right now. That's pretty nice. Uniswap is down about 6. Leo is down about 5. AVAX is down about 2. Link is up about 16. And so you're seeing some really weird mixed signals here that you normally don't see too often, which I kind of like. This means that even though Bitcoin's been going down, there's still a lot of assets out there doing well. If you go back over here to the last 60 days, Bitcoin's down about 14%, BNB's up about 14%, XRP's down still, Dogecoin is still up 47% in the last 60 days, 2 months, ADA is still down 30%, Matic still up a little bit here. And so you're still seeing a little bit, but you see the majority of the stuff is pretty bearish. I've been taking note of what's been moving up in the long term here, and I've adjusted some of my dollar cost averages to start buying some of these up a little bit more aggressively. Now, most of what I buy still happens to be in Bitcoin and Ethereum because I believe they're the safest plays. But then, buy a little Dogecoin, XRP, ADA, anything in the top 10 that's not a stable coin, I'm usually pretty optimistic to buy it in this environment still, because we never know exactly when this bottom is going to hit everybody. So on the monthly chart, it still looks like we need to maybe do 1 or 2 more months of like gradually falling down here. However, what if we don't? What if we have some type of, unorganic ripoff or something like that. I still want to be exposed enough to the market where I'm like happy with the positions I have, and I still haven't bought enough to make me happy just yet. So I've been adding a little bit more money here every now and again just to make sure I buy some of the projects I like. The majority going to the larger caps, of course, and a good 5 to 10% going to those smaller caps like what's a small cap that we've talked about here? Stuff like UFO token, Dogecoin, Mars, things that have market caps really, really small, like 30 million, where they have the potential, hopefully one day, to go grow much larger than that. But because they're so speculative and high risk, you're not going to be putting so much capital behind this type of stuff. Okay. Now we don't need to talk about whale number 3 anymore. We just talked about that. Nothing new coming there. NFTs. I got to put more of my NFTs up here. But they're very basic, guys. They're just stuff like this. Doesn't even open up. I don't know. I don't use OpenSea too much. But basically, all the cool artwork that I've been working on the back, just as kind of my hobby, just kind of having fun and like a stress reliever, I'm going to be posting it up there. Right now, I've been minting off large amounts because I don't want to be like there's only like 5. I got to pay more than everybody else. I don't want that. I've been minting like 50, 100 of them. And I'll be minting a lot more over the next few weeks here. I've been working on some like nice Zen Garden electronic NFTs, so it's been chill. But again, it's only if you want to buy them. Now, going over here to some of the other things. The one thing before we start moving over to Ethereum and Dogecoin, we don't normally talk about the MACD all too much here, just because the oscillator normally does it for me. But I know a lot of you guys don't have that oscillator. If I could show you guys this right here. We did have a MACD crossover, which is a nice bullish sign here that we haven't had in a while. The last time we had it was way over here, it looks like, on October 16th. Now, October 16th was right around here, and we did end up, if I can show you, we did end up having a small rally there for about a couple weeks, which is kind of nice. So I am pretty happy about this MACD crossover. We just turned into the green as well, as you guys can see. And so I'm hoping that this can help us get back up to at least $17,000, more reliably like 17,500, 17,600. That's where we'll start to see some of those resistance levels from that last few months that we've been holding on for a little bit before the FTX thing just dropped us like a rock. That's going to be the level we're going to be trying to break back above. We're going to need a few things there, just like how we were talking about Dogecoin a few days ago. We need some good news to come out about the market, keep everything stable, and then we also need to have some tweets and just some nice news coming out, okay? All right, now, as far as Ethereum and things like that, let's get rid of the MACD for now. We might actually be able to keep it up here. MACD for Ethereum just crossed over as well, if you guys can see the green right there. I'm excited about that. Now, go over here to the weekly chart for Ethereum. Ethereum still didn't fall down below the lows that we saw in this past June. That's fine by me. You can see that we have this very basic downward trend though. If you guys are being very cautious or safe, you guys may be using that trend line, and yes, there is a difference between this spot and this spot. Or you guys may be going from here to here, which I think this is the more reliable choice, just, if you guys are looking at it more objectively. And you guys are going to be maybe just trying to do some type of channel buy like that. If you guys are going off of this, maybe even, I don't know if this is, maybe something like that, maybe. You guys are going to be hoping that this is the bottom of a channel and you guys can buy it up and at least it can rip up to at least $1,400, $1,500. Now, that's only about $200, but if you were to buy somewhere now, that's about 20%. That's what you guys are going to be hoping for here with leverage. Obviously, can go a little bit higher here, but you guys are looking at that flag. Now, I don't know if we've reached the bottom yet. However, if I were to zoom in here very fast, let me get my arrow. On the weekly chart, the lows that we got over the past few weeks were actually from the FTX and not from this week. So that means we can actually drop a Fibonacci extension level here. And so if you guys want to take a quick trade on Ethereum, it's really up to you guys at this point. You have a couple resistance levels. If you wanted to buy, I would really consider scaling out the majority of my position on a day trade or a swing trade. Swing trade, this is a weekly chart. Somewhere around $1,483, more precisely somewhere around $1,450. And that's mostly because you see this 20-week moving average creeping down here. I think we can actually get above the 200. You can see it's not really been too much of a problem for us. Maybe over here a little bit, not much over there in the past month or so. I think if we do rally, we could easily get back up past this level and go back up here towards 1,400, 1,430. 1,400 is an easier level for me to remember. So that's what I'd be going off of here. Now, just like everything else here. Oh, this isn't long enough Ethereum chart. There we go. All right. The monthly chart still doesn't look that great, just like Bitcoin's really doesn't look that great. We're really going to be hoping that the news is going to be so fantastic about inflation and we're not going to be raising interest rates by more than 50 basis points. That's really going to be the news and the catalyst to really drive crypto up over the next few weeks, guys. The technicals aren't really the best, but we've been able to see that the technicals haven't always been that accurate right now because everybody is just watching what the Federal Reserve does. And that's good and bad. It's a double-edged sword for us. We've noticed the bad side of it, of course, and we may see the good side of it here over the next few weeks. And that's what I'm really excited about. I would say I'm probably a little bit more bullish because I doubt the Fed is going to go with another 75 basis point rate hike. We'll have to wait and see. But I choose to be a little bit more optimistic about that one. It seems like the whole market is saying, hey, and even some old retired Fed officials saying, hey, yeah, 50 basis points seems like the reasonable thing to do. I think they're going to do that. Let's hope, right? Let's hope, especially since we had lighter inflation last month here. Now, as far as Ethereum is concerned here, another Fibonacci retracement level. We're still battling with this $1,000 level. If you want the exact number, it's like 1,016. This is Ethereum to US dollar, so a little bit different than the Tether. However, we're still battling with that. As long as we don't close down below that on the monthly, I think we should be good as a nice little consolidation period, okay? This has been a very ugly chart for Ethereum here. We all know that. We haven't been able to hold on to these Fibonacci levels for too long. But as long as we're going sideways here, I'm fine. And on the monthly chart here, especially the 50-month moving average does nothing. On the weekly chart, 200 weekly moving average does nothing. 20 is a little bit of resistance, but it really hasn't been too bad for us, honestly, because we broke out there, broke out there, broke out there. It's just kind of a sign that every time we get above it, we tend to crash. Just be aware that we are going to have a death cross here between the 20 and the 200 here, probably over the next month or so, okay? And that may bring us back down here to that next level of 1,000, and then maybe if things get much, much worse over the next few months, maybe that's when we start getting into the $600, $700 range for Ethereum. And that's if the economy really does go into a full-blown recession and people really don't have any money and the crypto market really just collapses here, okay? Along with the stock market. The stock market would not be exempt from any of this. Now, to finish it off here before we start going into a little bit of questions for a few minutes, Dogecoin. This thing has been very interesting to watch over the past few weeks. Normally, we look at the day chart and it looks kind of cluttered and clunky. But when you zoom out to the monthly chart and the weekly chart, you guys can see, maybe if we go over in here. No, okay, it doesn't have the old charts. You can see how far we've actually been moving over the past few months. Dogecoin has been just abysmal to hold. Trust me, I've been holding it. And that's been coming down quite a bit over the past year and a half now. How many months has it been since we got the all-time highs? Let's go from here. Yeah, it's been about 518 days or 17 months, like a year and a half. And we didn't really see any big moves up until 15 months. All right, so we've been in a very nasty downward move. However, over the past few weeks, you can see that we've had some nice little pop-ups. We're trying to retain some of that strength that we saw a few weeks ago, bouncing off of that 20-week moving average here. And we actually have some hope here. If I were to go over here, with Elon tweeting a lot more and him giving more support to Dogecoin, and on top of that, people spreading rumors, I don't know if they're real or not, but oh, there's going to be a deal any day now about Dogecoin and whatnot. People seem to be buying up Dogecoin more and more and more, leading it, to you making a little bit more money out there. Just like, how Litecoin's being a little bit pumped up right now. Dogecoin is having that similar effect. Although Dogecoin has Elon Musk behind it, a much stronger backing than just, a lot of influencers out there pumping it up. So as far as Dogecoin right now, I'd be careful if you wanted to do some day trades. We're about to have a death cross on the daily chart here. You're really going to be hoping that we can get a nice bit of news here today that can cause Bitcoin to soar above that 20-day moving average. That would be a big pump up for Dogecoin. That could actually bring us back above the 10-cent range, in my opinion, which would be about a pretty solid gain. You know how Dogecoin likes to move a little bit higher. 10 cents. There you go. Maybe about a 12% gain. Nothing too crazy, but something that's realistic for something that's been popping off the last few weeks. We just have to break above this zone, okay? That's the zone that's being a pain in the butt. If you guys are going to be buying Dogecoin or doing swing trading, just understand it is going to be risky. However, if I was to buy it, I would probably just buy it in this somewhat middle zone, or this lower zone way down here. Maybe do a triple bottom here, and then maybe it'll work out for you. However, I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin trying to break out above this 20-day moving average. So my first attempt would be to buy and try to play that breakout on Bitcoin, dragging Dogecoin up. Especially because once we break out above this level, we really don't have much resistance for Dogecoin. It's way up here around 10 cents, maybe a little bit higher over here around 11 cents if we're going to the pop we just had a few days ago. I'm pretty excited. The only other thing I would tell you guys is don't forget the Fibonacci extensions, because those can be a pain in our butt quite a bit. I don't need a magnet for this. Let me just do it here. There you go. This one was what I've been using over the past few weeks. You can see it. Nice selling zone here. Nice selling zone here. Maybe if I go over to the 4-hour chart. There you go. You can see some hiccups now and again. We've already broken out above this one. Scale it a little bit around 10 cents. If you really want to hold on for something really fantastic and great, you can try to scale up again here around 11.5 cents, then maybe up here around 15 cents. But man, it's going to take a lot of good news and a lot of tweets by Elon to really get this thing pumping back up to here, which could happen. But, you know, just understand it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world here for Dogecoin to continue blasting off like this. Now, one last thing. We can do one more. There we go. This is one of those reasons that we kind of had to stop today. If you guys don't want to sell at a 10-cent range, because that's where that next level of resistance is, you can start selling around 11 cents. The difference between if you buy now and sell at 10 cents is 12%, 12.5%. If you sell at 11%, you're looking at about 25%. I would probably do the safe way of scaling out, but that's just me. But there is some optimism here as far as Dogecoin is concerned, okay? Now, as far as everything else, we still got one of those mixed days here. I think you guys can see it on the right-hand side of my screen. You got some red, you got some green, mostly a little bit of unch, so nothing's really above or below plus or minus 1% here. I'm still pretty happy with this. You got ApeCoin moving up a little bit right now. On these types of days where Bitcoin is on the verge of breaking out above a resistance level, today that being the Fibonacci extension levels here and the 20-day moving average. When you see something like ApeCoin kind of moving off here on the hourly chart, I usually will look for something, I will look for something that's kind of slowly starting to move. Like this is moving up a little more aggressively now. And then what you're going to do is just hop on board and ride the wave, and you're going to be in and out, probably scalping or just doing some small day trades. Swing trading, sure, but I'd probably be doing much more day trading than that. That's just me for days like this. But ApeCoin's booming right now. It's up about 7% now. It was just up a little bit more here. Is the 5-minute chart? Oh, okay, this is a weird time to be popping off, but yeah, there we go. Somebody knew I was going to be talking about this. Anything else moving quite a bit? Now ApeCoin's up about 9%, 7% now, coming back down a little bit here. Not much else is popping off, but if you guys go through your charts, let me just do this very fast. We'll come back to ApeCoin in a second, I promise. Like Ethereum Classic. If you see Ethereum Classic or something else looking like it wants to pop off here, Doge not looking like it yet, ADA not looking like it yet, find something that looks decent. Like, hey, wow, this thing is getting some momentum behind it. You can hop on board that right now. Or just keep it on your watch. I want to say hop on board. Litecoin could be another one that's moving. It's up about 1.5%. ApeCoin is giving back some of those gains just now. You know, people are selling off as they should, because people have been buying for a while. It looks like. Look at that. They've been buying up for a few hours now. But that's what you want to see in this type of market. As soon as Bitcoin breaks out, you're going to see a lot of these coins pop off. Might as well get in there beforehand and play some of these types of coins. If you guys don't like day trading, be very, very careful. Stick to your patterns in your zones. Don't just buy for the sake of buying. Make sure there's a plan behind you guys' trades, okay? Now, anything else I can see? No. Some updates, just quickly here. Let's go to the daily chart. UFO token, I started to buy a lot more back again, since you guys know I sold off a large portion of mine because I bought a lot down here and over here. I had to sell when it got up this high. I was testing at that 200 daily moving average, sold the majority of it off. I'm still buying up some. I've been buying since here, and I'm hoping that if Bitcoin does rally, we continue the big rally here with the higher lows working out for us as far as UFO coin. This is something I have a few grand behind, and this is like, if there's one low market cap coin I put too much money behind just to have fun, it would probably be UFO gaming. but the investment started off as like a $500 investment. Then you buy and you sell, then you rebuy, then you resell, and you just end up getting more tokens. That's pretty much what I've done over the past few weeks here, months for this one actually. So I'm watching it closely. And the same here with STMX. I'm just waiting for another pop on this one. It's been very good at having these really nice pops. I think it's due for one, but we gotta wait for Bitcoin, everybody. Other than that, ApeCoin seems to be the thing that's popping off right now, and that's a good thing. I enjoy watching ApeCoin take off like that. There we go. All right, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Hey, Bideford. And hey, Michael, I had a very good holiday. It was me and Loki. You guys know I don't get along with some of my grandparents. However, we got a whole duck, nice and crispy. I fried it in the oven. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. I still have like half the duck left. And then after that, homemade mac and cheese, yams, mashed potatoes, asparagus, green beans. I didn't have any dessert, but I had a smoothie, which was really, really good. My migraine's been killing me this week, guys. Like even just having this freaking bright light, there's a reason why I have a hat on. It's because that light hurts my my eyes. And also I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning from lack of sleep. But Thanksgiving itself, it was very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Loki in the Doge shirt. Oh, I should probably do something like that. What do you call? I need to get more merchandise and stuff, and I get some friends of mine that are graphic artists to do stuff. This is an NFT Seattle hat that I got a few weeks ago or a few months ago, I think, at NFT Seattle. That cost me like $25, but I liked it. I'm looking for more merchandise and more stuff to be wearing to my streams. Even if it's just like some small business owner's hat, I'm probably going to wear it if they send it over my way. Let's see. And hey, Justin, no worries, man. Happy to help you guys out. And hey, Chad, bull flag on what chart and what coin and what time frame here that can help you out. Any thoughts on Pulse, Trump on BNB? Ticker PS2 did a 16x buy super micro cap rewards token. It sounds like it'd be fun to day trade, but be very careful if you guys are gonna hop on board after the pump has already happened. You can do that, but you like at that point you're gonna have to be watching like it's your job to watch that price the assets, or at least have a stop loss there. The problem is a lot of spot trading websites out there, they don't have stop losses, so it's hard to get in and out of your positions. If you want to buy, you're trying to ride the wave, and the wave is kind of already started. A lot of times you can get screwed out of some really hard-earned money there, so just be careful with it. Definitely a possibility to make some money there, but you want to be watching it the entire time. It doesn't mean you're going to be looking at your chart just like this. It could just mean that, hey, it's part. I don't know if you have multiple monitors, but it could just be, hey, part of your monitor on this side has that little chart, and you're just watching it as you hold the position because you may have a pretty deep stop loss under sitting. It's a very high risk position, right? But you want to be watching it pretty closely. Is there anything else moving right now besides ApeCoin? The last 24 hours, we got Ape. APT is up a little bit too. Now it's updated to 3%. Huobi token is up. It's all updating as I talk to not as high levels as it once was. But it seems like not much has been moving in the last 24 hours. Let me do one little quick check here on page number 2. Anything moving up quite a bit? Oh, what is that? Mobile coin. Mob. Not much in the last hour, but the last 24 hours. Let's check this one out very fast. ApeCoin is, there's a battle going on and try to keep this pressure up. We got about 5 minutes left. 3.5 minutes left? They're going to have to keep pumping this up if they want to see this succeed here. Now, I want to go to crypto. Now, what happened here? Oh, wow, yeah. Now, Mob, okay, so this has a very small market cap of 115 million. It must have been much smaller before it jumped up 166% here. So, be careful. This could be just one guy buying up. Yeah, this could just be one guy buying up to try to get a whole bunch of other people to buy up, and he's slowly just selling off his position and taking profits from buying way down here, okay? So be careful with it, but it seems like this guy really wants to see this thing pump back up again towards $3 or so for another 100% gains. Let's see. Broke down below the 15, that's normal. Oh gosh, everything is just so flat here, so it's so hard to see any zones. I guess a simple downtrend here will do the trick, but a wedge? Because it really can't do much else besides like that. What a small breakout that was. Yeah. Worth keeping an eye on. I think this could break out. This is a, 15-minute chart? I would keep an eye on it for at least the next hour, see if anything comes of it. But it looks like ApeCoin really is the place you want to be right now. This thing is still having a move. Let's go to the minute chart. There you go. This is that battle we were talking about a few seconds ago. Still trying to get it to pump up, and it's working bit by bit. If I would not want to be a short on this right now, that's for sure. There we go. All right. Let's see. And hey, Rocker, I'm sure we'll be able to mend fences, so to speak, later on, but as long as they try to tell me to go down a certain life path that I don't want to go down, it's going to be a no-go. I'm too much of a free spirit. Hence why I'm in crypto. I'm a trader. I don't work in corporate America anymore. I didn't mind corporate America too much, but man, the stress levels are much different than just waking up when you want to, working when you want to, making some money, going to bed, playing with your dog. Much different lifestyle. Let's see. And hey, Cohen, what about Mask? Talking about MetaMask. So MetaMask, the news that came out over the past few days here is this. Let me just open this up here for you guys. So it's been interesting. MetaMask. I want to see if I can actually find the... Let's see. No. This is it. Okay. So this is all the news. So apparently MetaMask is going to start tracking your IP addresses. Some of you guys may not even care. A lot of your IP address is already tracked anyway. But for those of you guys who really value your privacy, you guys may end up moving your capital away from MetaMask. Their CEO has come out and said he's going to give more clarification. He made a thread, but it really didn't clarify too much there. We're hoping that, he can come out and definitively say, hey, no, we're not going to do this, right? But we'll have to see, because there was an update in the terms. When the updates happen, you have to wonder, why are they updating to say it now when they didn't say it before? Okay, so this is the part that everybody's been paying attention to. Information collected by Infura when you use Infura as your default RPC provider in MetaMask, metamask.com.io, whatever, are both products offered by the company, and Infura is the default remote procedure call provider in MetaMask. When you use Infura as your default RPC provider in MetaMask, Infura will collect your IP address and your Ethereum wallet address when you send a transaction. Then this is where, let me read on. However, if you're using your own Ethereum node or a third-party RPC provider with MetaMask, then neither Infura nor MetaMask will collect your IP address or Ethereum wallet, but you should be aware that your information will be subject to whatever information collection performed by the RPC provider you are using and their terms regarding such collection, okay? So it's kind of a weird little thing, a needle in a haystack, so to speak, and the terms and conditions, but it seems to have really triggered a lot of people out there that really value their privacy here. I think just because the government's starting to crack down on crypto, you don't know what this new regulation is going to be saying, and I don't think people want to be exposed to some type of nasty regulation coming out of Washington, D.C., which I think the majority of people in the blockchain crypto space view as not a good thing that's going to be happening for this space, right? But that's what's happening. When I talk to my circles around Seattle, and I guess a little bit in Vegas now, most people don't like MetaMask. They don't think it's safe enough. Safety is what they're concerned about, not so much stuff like this, I would say. But, MetaMask, I guess I have money on MetaMask, maybe like a couple of Ethereum, because I used to do like gas fees and stuff like that with the swaps. Most people that I know don't like MetaMask at all. I haven't found too many problems with it, but it seems like the security has been an issue here. It seems like BitBoy is trending. I don't know why, but oh no, because we talked about this. He went down to the Bahamas to track down Sam Bankman-Fried's car, or track him down, and basically they searched inside of his car and they found I guess a computer, some pills and deodorant and stuff like that. Interesting stuff right here, and they found his penthouse. A lot of wild stuff going on with this FTX saga. If you guys care about that type of stuff, you can follow BitBoy on Twitter. Follow me as well. But man, it just seems like a complete saga. He is milking this for likes and followers, I guess, as he should. He paid a lot of money to probably go to the Bahamas here, but it seems like an absolutely crazy time out there. But as far as FTX, the saga, still not much more news coming out of the company of FTX with their new CEO trying to deal with all this bankruptcy nonsense. We're going to be learning more about them in the future. But frankly, guys, every time I look at, I guess what's called legacy media, like the old school media, like CNN, Fox. I haven't really seen much Fox News and FTX though, but that MSNBC, Bloomberg. What's that one that had a really fluff piece article? New York Times. The other one that had a really bad article was Wall Street Journal. Whenever I see articles from these guys, especially the newsprint organizations, they keep on saying Sam Bankman-Fried is a very nice guy and that he didn't do anything wrong. He was attacked by a CZ of Binance and how people lost faith, and that's why he's not able to accomplish his dream of making the world a better place. It's been a bunch of trash. I don't even know how to explain it, how bad the gaslighting is of this story here. So just so you guys know, there was fraud at FTX. There was fraud, okay? It was bad. He used consumer funds to put up as collateral, and he moved around to Alameda to make trades on them. A whole bunch of nasty fraud. That is a hill I'm willing to die on, so to speak. I am just so annoyed by the media because a lot of times when we're looking for information about stocks, how the market's doing, railroad strikes that we've been talking about, I've been ranting about it for a while now, months. We tend to go to some of these organizations and some of these websites to learn more about what's going on. And, as of late, you guys have seen me talk more about some of the smaller papers and smaller websites that actually have like the union workers writing some of the articles, which is kind of nice. But man, my faith in the old school media, legacy media, it's really like at an all-time low. And I know a lot of you guys don't like the new media, like legacy media, because of politics. But I usually try to like just get politics out of it because I just want to learn like actual facts about what's happening. And I know that's where they kind of like lie the most when it comes to political stuff. But now they're starting to try to gaslight people on what actually happened in a fraud case in which tons of people lost a lot of money. It's a pretty sad thing. So my faith in some of these institutions is like at an all-time low, and I guess it wasn't even high to begin with. But I wanted to use them to give you guys some information. So now I don't feel comfortable showing you guys articles from Bloomberg or the Wall Street Journal. New York Times, I wasn't really a fan of New York Times in the first place, but it just seems like it went down here really, really fast. So just be careful out there. If you guys, are trusting those sources, I'm not going to like knock you for trusting them, but just double check the information because it has been very, very bad as of late, okay? There have been newspapers writing articles about Sam Bankman-Fried with no mention of fraud or no mention about how he was moving user accounts around when he shouldn't have been able to do that. A whole bunch of bad stuff. And now in hindsight, you're seeing all the billionaires that he asked for money come out and say, nah, that guy was full of what. Now they're coming to say it, but they weren't saying it a few months ago, right? Maybe they were talking to each other or something like that, but they didn't want to be caught, a defamation case or something like that. But it just seems like it was awfully wild that all these billionaires, all these mega money makers in our society were all approached by Sam, and they're all like, bullshit meters going off here, guys. We gotta see what's going on. We gotta get this guy away from us. Let's see. And hey, Justin, do you think BitBoy is helping or hurting the community? Oh boy, it depends. Like, he's a guy that draws new people into the blockchain crypto space. Oh, hello. And let me just do my face we can just watch this. But yeah, he's a guy that draws new people in. He's done some really shady stuff in the past. He's trying to own up to it now. I'd probably say overall he's a net positive for the community. I say that, you can hear the way I'm saying, like, maybe. But like I know a lot of people that know him, and they say he's a nice guy that's had some bad problems in the past, if that makes sense. Like, would I try to ban him off social media? No. Could he clean up his act a little bit better? Sure. But I think people can kind of see through the YouTube or the Twitter personalities here, and I think that makes it easier for people to kind of say, okay, he's ranting about this. He's also done a lot of shady stuff himself. Promoted a bunch of projects that tanked right afterwards. The big rug pull scams, right? But that's just kind of the way the market rolls, I guess. Like, net positive probably just because of the exposure, but he still has to do some amends and make stuff better for, I guess, the people that really lost a lot of money off of his promotions and stuff like that. Kind of weird. Net positive of like looking at it without like understanding he's had a lot of problems. He's trying to fix them up kind of a little bit, kind of. I would say net positive, really iffy though, really iffy. I'm not a guy that likes to promote projects. I got a lot of asked to promote projects. It's just not really what I do. I like to educate and do technical analysis. It's what I like. Now, going to that point, I will be putting a couple posts up this week. Please answer them when I ask you guys. I need more indicators that you guys want to learn about. So I just did a couple about Gann squares, Gann boxes, pitchforks, and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, don't tell me now because I won't remember. But if you guys do have any questions about an indicator or how to use it or what even is this indicator, let me know and I will make a video on it. It'll be about between 3 and 7 minutes, maybe 3 to 12 minutes if it's really, really long. But I want to keep on making some of those tutorials for you guys. I've been having a lot of fun making those. I stopped for a little bit because of this horrible migraine I've been having over the past few weeks. Let's see. And hey, Michael, we kind of knew something was rotten when Voyager did that loan with Alameda. Then he was buying Voyager and it didn't add up. I was curious about where he was getting all this money from, especially because he said he had all these funds and stuff working out. But, FTX isn't a money machine. It wasn't known to be a money, like raking in the money. And primarily, going into a bit more detail here, if you guys remember, Binance ended up making a lot of their trading, they lowered their trading fees and they made certain trades actually free to really put the squeeze on FTX to make people do most of the trading over on Binance. That way, FTX would be forced to lower their fees or just take less income. They were already in a little bit of a hole because of that. I just didn't know how bad of a hole that was in. Guys, like, I take full, like, ownership of, like, I had no idea FTX was so fucked up. Like, I wasn't out there like Kevin or Larry or some of those larger influencers like Meet Kevin and stuff, or saying, "Hey, FTX is the best thing in the world." But like people ask me all the time, "What do you think about FTX?" I'm like, "Yeah, I thought FTX was fine." So it is just absolutely crazy how much this has infected the entire system here. And there was this one story out about FTX and their bank. Oh no, just FTX and bank. Yeah, so this is a story that was out there. Let's go to Business Insider maybe. So FTX owned an $11.5 million stake in a tiny rural bank in Washington state with just 3 employees, bankruptcy hearing shows. So this is going to be something interesting as well. What the heck is this? Now, I actually know the guy that works at this bank, so that's one of the little circles that I have. I have yet to ask him about this, but I want to ask him. I just, like, he seems like he's incredibly busy dealing with this bull crapola. So I'm going to be, I'm going to send him a message probably sometime tomorrow and ask, like, hey, can you tell me what's exactly going on with this? Because from what it sounds like the story's kind of bull, and then that he has like a more formal office in Seattle with all of his staff. So, I want to see how it works out here. But yeah, crazy stuff, and it's not getting any less crazy, if that makes sense. because now we got BitBoy going over there to Bahamas to make a scene and like, you know, rile up everybody. Look, I'm at his penthouse, yada yada yada, right? See, and GT, exactly, nice guy, but man, yeah, and it's gonna take a long time for people to believe him or trust him again with any financial stuff. Until then, he's kind of an entertainer, right? We've talked about this a lot as we kind of watch ApeCoin here try to make a nice round 2 move. There are different types of influencers out there. There are some that really don't know much about technicals, but they know just enough to kind of make people believe they do, right? A lot of people like that. And then you also have the influencers out there who are kind of like me, where I don't really know how to entertain. I'm trying to, but I want to be an entertainer who actually knows what I'm talking about. And it's much easier for me because I already trade for a living to be a trader and then learn how to entertain. It's much harder for an entertainer to be like good at talking and learn how to trade. It's two different things, right? In my opinion, it's much harder to become a trader than it is to become an entertainer, but I think it really depends on your personality. I'm finding it very difficult to just go on the full-on yada 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 entertaining train, right? I don't have my sunglasses here. I could always put on my sunglasses because I have my migraine, look all chill and cool, and be like, oh yeah, guys, look at me, I'm yada yada yada, right? I think the fanciest thing I've done is over the past few weeks, guys, is when I bought my rings and stuff. I've had the watch for a while now. When I bought these rings, and then I'm learning that like I have to put lotion on my hands like every freaking day in this cold weather because my hands are not used to wearing rings. So like they're literally like wearing down my skin because I don't wear jewelry. That's about the flashiest thing I've ever done on this for this channel. And it wasn't even for the channel. It's like I don't have any jewelry and I want to get into it. But man, you know, it's kind of a weird thing out there. But remember, BitBoy made so much money during the last altcoin season, last bull market, that he's okay to kind of coast on those sponsorship deals, right? He was making hundreds of thousands of dollars every month, and now he's just kind of living off of that. He gets sponsorships to come and talk in places. So when you see people going and talking in front of the stages, they get paid for that, or at least they get the trip paid down there for them. And if you're a big star like BitBoy, they're most likely getting paid to go down there. Now, this is one other thing. You know, I always use Matt Wallace as a case for this because he what's his channel? Final Stand. Okay. So, he lost 1,000. He's losing subscribers. That's interesting. Well, this kind of talks about it. So, you know, a year ago, this is back in December. This is after the all-time high, so it used to be much, much higher. But you can see how the views have fallen down a lot. When Dogecoin spiked, so did his views. But for the majority of people out there, you know, a lot of YouTubers out there, their views are going down. My views are going down as well. I just don't live off of YouTube. I don't know how a lot of people can live off of YouTube. It seems crazy to try to make a living off of this. But you can see his views are going down. So as your views go down, you try to think of new and inventive ways to really capture people's attention. My way, I guess my views haven't been going down so much because over the past few months I've been kind of more accurate than most people, but they haven't been going up that much, right? But what I've been doing to kind of fix my views up, kind of shore them up and do this new things I've been working on is daily tutorials when I can, and then this new news cycle thing I've been working on. So I go over here. Where's my daily video? So this. So now, turn the microphone off. Now I'm going to do a daily video like this where I talk about some of the news that I want to talk about. Something that's interesting, simple, nothing too crazy. And it's just me in front of my camera. The lighting is going to be a little bit better. This was a test because I was just tired. Like, guys, again, I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's currently 6 or 5:46 here. But it has a nice little moving background, my social media accounts, the daily sponsor here, and stuff like that, right? And that's what I'm going to be doing now, along with the tutorials and stuff like that. Nice, easy, simple, and I'm not going to be too stressed out because I've already been getting stressed out about stuff that I shouldn't be getting stressed out about, but that's just my natural anxiety working for me. But you can see, I mean, this guy is losing like 1,000 subscribers every couple of months. He is losing a lot of subscribers here. Now, he also does have 242,000 subscribers, so he's not going to be missing them too much, but it shows that even some of these larger channels are in decline because people just don't find the entertainment of much value, right? And when Dogecoin is booming, he is a very entertaining person to watch. He will just yeah, at your screen and like start screaming about how Dogecoin's pumping up. He'll tell a few white lies every now and again, and it just goes freaking bonkers, right? Whereas me, I'm just saying, hey, here's a pivot point for Dogecoin. Here's a good opportunity to sell. Here's where Dogecoin can legitimately be. Remember, he was calling for like $5, $10 Dogecoin. I was saying, hey, I'm scaling out at 50 cents. Then I'm going to do 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, and maybe $1 if it really gets up that high. That's how I approach it. But what did people want to hear? Did they want to hear I was selling at 50 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents? Or do they want to hear, oh, we're going all the way to $5? He understands the market, or he understands the people that are trading. I understand the market. There's a difference there. And here ApeCoin goes. ApeCoin might actually break $4 here today. I'm hopeful. We just started the day off, so we definitely got some more time here. Remember when we thought FTX had the most money? Oh, those were the days where the market wasn't crashing off of crazy news, where people weren't talking about like wild sex tapes with the Alameda workers. The whole world's the whole crypto world's kind of got topsy turvy as of late. Triple top ape. I mean, not yet. Probably best to go over to a 5-minute chart to kind of see. It gives you a better understanding of what's happening. We're trying to just continue the rally here. Right now, I'd really be looking hard at that level of resistance because there's probably going to be a wall up here if we can't pop above it. Let's see. Right around there, around $3.89, but like technically 3.893. That's what you're really going to be looking at for now. It's going to be a battle here because I wouldn't say triple top, but you can't say as far as like a hard level. But you can see that we're in, you could say a triple top zone. I think that's more of a softer way to say it. So you're going to see people selling in this zone more than buying, or you're going to have to see like a whale or a larger amount of volume coming in here to really push it up. Because this has not been the nicest like move up here on the minute chart. But I think it's still, if you bought down here or you bought while I was consolidating, you would probably still be holding, and you would have just moved that stop loss up here to somewhere around like 384, right? I would still be holding if I bought anywhere down here. And hey, Ken, big boy has back. Have I ever been to Leavenworth, Washington during Christmas? I have been there a number of times. I love Leavenworth. I absolutely love Leavenworth, especially when it's snowing. It's all festive. You watch the city or the little town turn on the lights at night. It is a very festive place. I love it. I don't like getting up there, but I do love the city itself. And there we go, guys. Let me how do I want to show that? There we go. All right. There you go. But I do love Leavenworth quite a bit. Let's see, stepping up the hustle bar, respect. Yeah, I've been in. What are you doing? Is that your toy? Sorry, Loki was playing with the toy. That wasn't his. It was my sister's cat's. She was downstairs, I guess, a while ago. But yeah, so I am trying harder to get more views, but it's much more difficult for me to become an entertainer. Like right now, you guys are seeing probably the last few videos or streams of me acting like this because I do have a migraine. I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep, and I woke up again at 1 a.m. in the morning. Pretty soon when I get my energy back, I hope to be talking to you guys much more how I'd be talking about something if I was excited about it. Not so much that I'm going to be like telling white lies or making stuff up, but just the tone of my voice will be much different in how I approach the video and how I approach the streams. There'll be much more, hip hip hooray type of stuff. But yeah, my voice is already like getting worn out from just talking with you guys for an hour because I haven't been able to talk for a while because I've just been exhausted. Quick question. What patterns would you use for long-term swing trading? 1 to 6 months. I have no interest in day trading. Long-term swing trading is kind of hard in this bear market because you're going to be having long-term shorts, and we don't know how close we are to the end of the bear market right now. But if you're like after we've kind of bottomed out, you're looking for swings. Oh, there's the pop for ApeCoin. There it is. Let's see if we can kind of stay above it though. There's a wall above it right now. It's really any bullish breakout you can find. So it can be a pennant. I'd rather do an ascending triangle. any major continuation pattern is what I normally look for. The problem with it is the way the market likes to work, especially with Apple, something that's very easy to trade because I trade it quite a bit, is let's go to load layout and let's go over here to YouTube Diamond. Let's go over here. Let's go to breakouts. Let's go to Apple. Let's go to daily. Let's go to weekly so we can talk more macro here. Let's go back into this bull market. Okay, this is 2008. Where's COVID? COVID's right over here. A lot of nasty stuff happened in between those months. But you can see that here, all right, during 2018, you're looking for these really large breakouts. So they're like months and months in the making. That's what you're hoping for here. As far as this breakout right here, let me see. That was a COVID, messed that one up. But let me see. Really large breakout. So this is no leverage, no options. You're just buying and holding, and you want to find an opportune time to buy. That didn't work out too well. That might have been okay if it did. Let me see. Well, we can just go with the simple one here. You buy. This is 78 days, 20 days. Let's go to 24. No, yeah, a few months. Somewhere around here. 22%. That's what you're going to be looking at. It's not going to be fantastic, but it's going to be some solid gains that you're going to get. And they're very easy to attain in a bull market, especially because in a bull market, you also have a lot of option flow data that's pretty precise. That can help you out. Everybody's going in the same direction. Nobody's really betting against it unless it's like a hedge. If you want something that's more, what's more sideways? Where's Microsoft? Oh, there it is. Okay, I wouldn't say more sideways, but it has like these type of moments. You see these long consolidations. You're just looking for some nice continuation breakouts. That's all you're looking for, and you're holding it. And then it's up to you if you want to scale out early and buy back in, understanding you're in a larger trend, or right, aiming for one. Normally it pulls back afterwards. I'm gonna be doing that, or I guess you could do longer term ones here, but it really depends on what you're looking for here. Right, this one's pop, 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 pop. That's the big one that we were talking about, right? One, and it comes back down. So normally you're just looking for major continuation patterns, nothing too crazy. Trading in a bull market is fairly simple. It's just about the tools and what you're looking for. So as you kind of maneuver through this bear market and you're looking for more, getting more data about yourself and seeing what you're good at trading, this is a good opportunity for you to start building up your data sheet for swing trading. And then after you do that, you're probably going to have a good understanding of which patterns work out best for you. I would start trying to do swing trades with paper trading currency, so fake money, during bear market rallies, looking for breakouts and see which patterns you are more successful on. Because you're going to have to kind of add to that data sheet over and over again as the bull market really takes off sometime maybe next year or the year after that. Hopefully by the end of next year, I think it was going to level out and really start zooming back up here because everybody's going to have so much money to throw back into the market. But usually just simple continuation patterns. And then, continuation pattern, positive option flow data, MACD crossover, RSI is not overbought. Those simple things that all kind of add up to like a great buying opportunity. So if we were to go back over here towards Apple and we go back over to this breakout that we talked about, this is the Apple calls that made us, I think it was like 600 to 1,000% on when I gave the options calls to you a while ago. Last year, not a while ago, it's a long time ago now. Here. So we can do a smaller trade like that. Okay. So we're aiming for one. That's how I would look for it. Now this is maybe not a monthly chart, but 10 bars. So let's go 12, 11. So what's that? Like 3 months? 3 months, 18%. You could be looking at something like that. But before that even took off and before you even bought, 1 show you guys. RSI wasn't overbought. It was getting there, but it wasn't there just yet. You had a nice period of consolidation. Let me see if I can find this very fast. Let's do this one. MACD had just crossed over positive. Good earnings report that came out a while ago, which kind of symbolized, hey, this thing can keep on moving up here fairly soon. The problem back then was more of China lockdowns and stuff. It's kind of the problems we have right now. But yeah, if you just want to see all those things kind of clicking on all cylinders, and eventually, the breakout, that's the really big moment to buy. You might not even have to hold for 6 months. I guess that's the thing I'm telling you. You don't have to hold for 6 months. You're just going to be holding until that target is met. When that target is met, depending on what you're using, it's an easy way to say, hey, I'm taking my money and I'm running. So let me clear out all this stuff here. So the breakout that we were just talking about, I actually need to put that line back on there so I can remember. All right, right here. It's going to look kind of different on the monthly chart. Which one works best for us, I guess? There's a few different pivot points here. Right, if you want to do the breakout, you can do it right there. It kind of matched up nicely. Then we didn't get up to the higher level up here, but that one was fine, around $156. Not too complicated. If we wanted to adjust it up a little bit more, move it down a little bit more here, around that ballpark, although I would say most people are going to move it right there. And you can see still right there, there's a level of resistance. And so it's more of like, hey, we're here. Everything says to buy. Now, where do I want to sell? Bull markets are fairly easy to trade. Bear markets get a little bit more tricky just because we're basically dealing with inflation. I'm not even used to trading in inflation. Last time we had inflation, guys, was the 80s. I wasn't born in the 80s. So I don't know much about inflation trading, which is why this has all been new to me as far as everybody not looking at technicals, everybody just looking at what the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell has to say. It's been very confusing because the technicals will say breakdown, breakdown, breakdown. All of a sudden, Jerome Powell says, oh, yeah, got some good news here. Breakdown happens. Oh, my God, but then we're popping up the next day. All types of weird stuff, which is why I do those day trades. So like I told you guys a few days ago, I told you guys a few months ago, Tesla was going to be coming back down towards $200. We've broken $200 already. But on the daily chart here, what did we talk about? Let's go to the weekly chart here. I told you guys about, where is this zone? There we go. This level of support that we're going to have here, and how I would buy a day trade, just a day trade, so 1 to 2 days. So that means like, I buy one day and I sell it the next day, basically. Let's go to the 50-minute chart. And I told you guys I'd be happy to buy a short-term play here. And I told you guys right here, I'm buying some. Right here, hey, I'm selling some. And it even went up higher the next day. But you know what? I didn't care because I bought some here. I sold some for a higher price, and I was happy to take it. You turn that to the macro view, and you'll be just fine. But just be happy to take the profits when they come. Most people don't want to take the profits. And because you're not really trading options or with leverage, you really don't have this feeling of time that you have to get out soon. When in reality, you just want to get in, get out, take your money. And guys, there's always going to be another breakout in a bull market. That's what makes it so perfect. There's always another opportunity to move your money around. Let's see. And hey, Justin, most of us in the crypto market are fed up with the entertainment BS side of things. I mean, guys, they still get a bunch of views. You go over to BitBoy Crypto. So Final Stand's getting about 8,000 views a day, maybe 10,000 views a day. I don't get that many right now because I haven't been streaming or talking or doing much on my channel, but I'll get back up there. BitBoy's. Oh, this isn't the real BitBoy. BitBoy Crypto. There we go. He's getting 174,000 people watching his stream. And there are a lot of people that still like it. A lot of people. 227,000. Now, if he has ads on his channel, he probably gets about a $5 CPM, maybe a little bit less because he's a streamer. So let's say $4 CPM. So RPM, calculator, YouTube. And let's go over here. And he's getting 6.3 million. Let's see. And he's gained 20,000 subscribers the last 30 days. That's primarily because of all the Twitter stuff going on here. But his RPM is 4, and his number of views per a month are, let's just call it 6 million. So 600,000, 6 million. And he's earning about $433 a day off of that. So per a month, he's earning about, did I do that right? Yeah. Earning about $13,000 a month just on his YouTube channel. Now, he is spending a lot of money on upkeep because he has like a full-on stage studio. He has staff working for him, so it's not like just pure money just going straight into his pocket. However, the channel alone is making some good money, and I'm sure he has other sources of income here that can, really make his life pretty comfortable. As well as he was making a bunch of money just over the past few years for during the bull market here, right? But like, look, there's a few in August. He lost 10,000 subscribers, just like Matt Wallace. He lost another 10,000 in September, another 10,000 last year. So he loses some, just like we all do. But when he catches on to the news, he's very good as an entertainer. Like, oh, look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff. Follow me. I got the truth, right? And then it works. And I'm not knocking him for it. I'm just saying, like, that's the way that this game, as I've been kind of observing it, is played here. And it's an interesting thing. It's interesting. I'm learning to play this game, but in a way that I think is just doesn't mess with my soul as far as making me feel like I'm a bad guy or anything like that. Like, hey, I want to get a lot of views in my videos, but I'm hoping that I can do that, and I think I can do that by just giving you guys good, reasonable content that, even though I'm working on the entertainment side, it will still help kind of guide you through what's going on. And at the end of the day, you'll become a better trader off it, which is why I've been pumping out all those tutorials for you guys. And where later on, I'll do a post asking what you guys want, what tutorials do you guys want me to do? Because I can always go over here to Investopedia and try to find something for you guys. But a lot of times, like, this stuff is just very basic, right? So, I don't know. Education. Like, right? Oh, like it's Litecoin just on top of it, everything. See, everything is pumped, and it's all done systematically, which kind of confuses me a lot of the time. It's like everybody knows something's about to pump before it pumps. Like, how do these websites know that? But like, I could go down here and say, like, what is after hours trading? I can do a 1-minute video on that. What is acquisition? What is a 1-minute video on that? Asset, 1-minute video on that. Asset management, 1-minute video on that. I could do all that, and I thought about doing it a few times, but before I go down that path, I want to make sure you guys know which indicators you guys want to learn, so it doesn't become such a big hassle, right? It becomes a hassle. The more it'll become a hassle over time if I have to do that over and over and over again, instead of people asking me like, "Hey, Michael, can you show me how to do this?" or something like that, right? See. And hey, Torben, I found your videos a few days ago trying to find out how to use a GainFriend. Hey, I appreciate that, Torben, very, very much. Sticking around. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. I'm building up like an educational block. I know the entertainment niche is like really saturated with a whole bunch of people like BitBoy, a lot like my friend Tom, Wendy, a lot of people out there. But the educational niche is what I'm trying to focus on here, and I think it's been pretty nice so far. I think more people over time will value it, but I'm hoping that my views will come from my streams, which I kind of just chill with you guys, and it'll also come from the tutorials that I put out. Like the slow grinders, because not many people actually want to learn how to trade. They just kind of want to buy and make money instantly. It doesn't work like that. After they lose some money, then they come over to me to learn how to do it the real way, right? Let's see. Have I played Spider Tanks? I have not yet. Any thoughts on Gala? It hasn't been doing anything special to me as of late. Let me just give it a quick check here. It's doing something in the last few minutes here. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Consolidating. I had a double top. Oh, beautiful. This is like a picture double top here. Top, neckline break. Yeah, that's really nice. I would just wait for the breakout. If I was trading God, I'd wait for the breakout, or I'd be buying now and using the support level as your stop loss here. That's the way I'm looking at it now. Now, this is a continuation pattern, which would suggest it's actually come back down. But because Bitcoin is doing okay and this is finding some higher lows, MACD is, oh, MACD's been green for a while here, hasn't it? I would say I'd have a price target somewhere around 0.0265-ish, kind of around where the double top happened. If it breaks above that, maybe it'll get back up here towards 0.02671. I think it'd be fine, but I'd probably want to trade the breakout here. Trade the breakout, and it's something that wouldn't hold overnight, but I'd definitely be happy just to kind of hold and watch through a few hours. Get the bag, real C's, you're a real dude, man. Oh, I appreciate it, Sam. But you go, pretty soon, what I'm going to try to do is get an extra source of income from my NFTs here, because now that I understand what NFTs are and how to use them appropriately, I'm not really using them solely to make money. It's more of a community building thing, because eventually I want those NFTs to become, I want them to unlock cool stuff that I make for you guys in the future. So that's going to be pretty fun. Because the way I'm working at right now, the new channel sponsor that I'm working with right now is BingX. And the reason that I kind of chose them as a sponsor, because I've done sponsorships with like BitGet, Femex, a lot of the exchanges out there. And they put together a bunch of influencers, and they would kind of talk and we could kind of chill out. But over the next, like when the bull market starts up again, and even during this bear market, they're going to be sponsoring some crypto events around the country. And they're going to send me out to a couple of those events every now and again, especially the ones on the West Coast, because I don't really want to fly over to the East Coast. I like the East Coast, but I don't want to fly over there just to do a talk thing and then come back. It just seems kind of weird. I'd rather go over there for a vacation, talk, and then come back. But the way their flight things, you know what I'm talking about. Annoying things. The little things. But basically, it'll kind of help me go out there a little bit more and talk to more people. And they're getting their proof of reserves audit done, which I'm like, thank you. Because that way you guys know that if there's a run on the bank, run on the exchange, whatever you want to call it, you're not going to have to worry about them going kaput. Like we've seen with FTX, Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, and many others now. Especially as the market continues to get worse. I know we're looking pretty decent now, but if the market does continue to get worse, if we do have a recession, and we go into like a full-blown recession, you could definitely see crypto get hit much, much harder, taking us back down to the 13,000, 12,000, 10,000 levels potentially. But even if we did go down that low, I'm still going to be buying up at dollar cost averaging like crazy, right? Let's see. NA Secret Fish. Mask will not play a core role in Twitter. Oh, did somebody say it was? Is that news out today? And hey, Secret Fish, happy to see you back. I did not know that. I didn't think they would. I was referring to, I don't know if you're watching, but I was interested in what they were doing with this IP address thing. I don't think it bothers me too much, but I know it's been bothering a lot of my friends out there. So I'm going to be paying attention to it a little bit more. And by that, I mean I'm going to have to learn a little bit more. And just so you guys can see, we're running up into that old level of resistance here for ApeCoin. That's what we're trying to break up above. I hope we can. So we'll go back over here to the minute chart. We're grinding, guys. We're grinding and just trying to take a little nibbles out of this wall here. Oh, do you know what exactly the CZ and Elon Bluebird index that have Doge, Mask, and BNB? I do not know about that, but that's what Secret Fish was referring to right there. So I just flat out skipped over it. Whenever I see blue or green, my eyes automatically go towards it. Do you know what exactly is the CZ and Elon Bluebird index? So let me actually just Google that very fast and see what I can find for you. Oh, Mask Coin. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm in the dark on this one. That's what happens when you have a migraine and you're stuck in bed. Okay, it's on Twitter. There we go. All right. CZ invests 500 million for help Elon Musk buy Twitter. Then Binance launches Bluebird Index, comprising of BNB, Doge, and Mask. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry, my bedroom TV is on and loud. I would turn it on to like documentaries for Loki because he wants to learn about wolves, and so all he's listening to is wolves howling, white wolves howling because he's a white dog. Okay, then Binance launches a Bluebird index comprising of BNB, Doge, and Mask. Is CZ hinting at these assets being used for Twitter payments? Bluebird? I don't know. I mean, maybe BNB. BNB seems pretty stable, reliable. Dogecoin, Elon Musk, yada yada yada. Yes sirree. Mask? I guess not. Yeah, probably not then. Because I haven't heard much news about it, and whenever I hear Elon, I never hear him raving about Mask or even mentioning Mask. And I follow Elon, and I got like my little notifications turned on, so whenever he tweets, I see that tweet. So I haven't heard anything of it. But let me just kind of go over here and see what's going on with the Mask here. All right, hate speech impressions. How is that Mask? I don't know. Hate speech impressions. I really worry about what the Twitter people were doing before Elon bought the company, because it seems like a lot of metrics are getting a lot better. There are some kinks here and there, but I mean, like, I don't like. It just seems so weird, like how Twitter is getting better with less staff. It really boggles the mind. Like, I don't know how many people were like. They really overhired. It seems like they drastically overhired, which is kind of scary because they used to be a publicly traded company. I just don't know how they did all this. I really don't. It's insane. I'm just fighting for free speech in America. I do like free speech. But I don't see anything about Mask. Like, nothing here is Mask. Nothing here is Mask. I just don't know. What's Mask? What's Mask? Mask? It just goes to Musk. I'm totally missing something here. Let me go to the coin market cap. Mask. There we go. Oh, there's a few masks here. Gosh. Let's see. Mask has already been integrated to Twitter, used it last year. It's probably their platform of choice, and Doge may be used as a currency. Highly unlikely Mask, Highly unlikely Mask isn't really a payment option. Crypto is a browser plugin, so it's most likely going to be BNB for transactions, Doge for payment, and Mask wallet. See, yeah, people talking about the different masks too. See, all types of weird stuff going on. I'll try to learn more about it as I can, guys. But it seems like there's that same confusion that I'm having right now. Oh, man. Hey, Secret Fish, how was your Thanksgiving? I hope you had a very, very good one, guys. Let's see right here. Get the bag, real search. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Loki. Didn't know Loki was laying down by my feet. I just stepped on his little toe. But yeah. I'm going to try to make this more lucrative, but I think right now I just need to put out more content, more daily updates, and I got to get more motivated about YouTube. This migraine has been making it pain, but even though I've been awake since like 1 o'clock in the morning, I still wanted to stream with you guys today because I miss streaming with you guys. It's a nice, relaxing thing to do. Okay, so I'll find out more about Mask here pretty soon. Yeah, it goes to Stephen King. Dude, this guy loves Elon Musk, and he secretly loves Elon Musk. Right? Because he has a Tesla and loves it. He's doing terrible fit for Twitter. I guess it kind of depends on where you are on the political spectrum for Twitter. I like Twitter kind of the way it's going. I feel like my tweets are getting more views. I feel like they had everything curated so only certain areas can get a certain amount of likes. And I feel like he's opening up to the best content rises to the top. I know he pushed back the Twitter Blue verification thing again, but I really want to see what happens because for the few days that I had Twitter Blue, my impressions went up like a lot. Now I don't think they're going up much at all. Let me see. Oh, they're still going up a little bit, but can you guys, okay, I'm gonna zoom in here. You can tell when I got Twitter Blue because my impressions really started to skyrocket here. I hope that they can stay that high and go sideways. That would justify Twitter Blue immediately. And you can see right here, when I got Twitter Blue, my followers started to increase, mentions started to increase, tweets, I didn't do many tweets, but yeah, it was working out pretty well. So I'm going to continue to do that, right? Oh, I totally missed this here. But yeah, so stuff like this is working out. So I like it. And I'm really happy with what he's doing on the analytical side. Although, okay, this is going to be me. I want Twitter, this is going to be something for a while. I've run rants about this so many times. I want them to get better videos. Oh, look at this. ApeCoin's going up. I want them to get more like a YouTube or more like a Vine. So I want them to have shorts content on Twitter. And then I also want them to have longer form video content on Twitter. That's going to take so much time. They're going to have to hire people coming over from YouTube and Google and maybe some ex-employees from TikTok or something like that. Who knows? I know it's going to be difficult. It'll take some time. But once they get that done, everybody, oh my gosh, it'll make the whole system just that much crazier. And it'll force these companies that kind of take a little bit too much of a cut, if you ask me, it'll force them to really start, opening up their coffers a little bit more up to creators. Because if Twitter can get my video out to more people than YouTube, because YouTube doesn't think that people want to watch crypto right now, even though like some people, like the crazy people that can, promote their stuff. If I can get some views out there, I'd be very, very happy, right? So that means I'll post more on Twitter. I'll do more short videos on Twitter, yada, yada, yada. That's my main goal here. I'm hoping that they can do a really good job with it. And then, Michael, after the past few years, why would anybody name their project Mask? People are so sick of masks. I don't know. Remember, guys, most of these projects are just a couple of friends in their apartment building or in a house somewhere making up some like, oh, wow, this is a really cool name. Wow, it just came to me one night while I was smoking a joint. I want it, right? I don't know. I would have no idea what I would name a coin. It'd probably be something around Loki, but Loki's already taken because of all the Marvel stuff. It would be something with a fun symbol, probably something in I don't know. It could be something in Arabic, some type of religious language that nobody really like knows too much out here in America, just to have some fun, and that'd be a good coin. Like what that word would be translated into English, not necessarily like the Arabic word, because nobody can type Arabic. I don't even know how to read Arabic. But that type of stuff, I'd have fun with it. But people really overthink a lot of the stuff out there. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But it looks like let's look at ApeCoin is having some issues now, getting kind of choppy here, because we already had a smaller breakdown right there. Now that uptrend is gone. Now we're working on a sideways trend. I hope we can kind of work our way back up here, because if not, let's see, when does this thing end? 4-hour chart. Yeah, we're pretty darn far away from those longer term upward trends. Let's just say we're over here. We're like 9% away from that. So we could definitely have a pullback here over the next few days. Hopefully we can just use this as a level to like as a support level here. But you can see we're having some issues with the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart specifically. But were these really big levels? Yeah, we stopped there, then finally broke out. But on that 1-hour chart, it doesn't look the same here. There we go. Yeah, 1-hour chart doesn't look nearly as bad as the 4-hour chart does. There you go. 1-hour chart still trying to consolidate or just make another big move here. See, cheeseburger coin. I mean, I could really use a cheeseburger right now, but I think for tonight I'm going to have some leftovers from Thanksgiving, which is going to be turkey. I'll put some barbecue sauce on it to really get it all nice and tangy. Mac and cheese. And then, what else? Mac and cheese and maybe some yams, or maybe just some mashed potatoes. I really feel like some yams, though. That could be pretty tasty. That could be really, really tasty. How come nobody backs their coins with wonderful compound Ultra? Like Berkshire, Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, Kraft Heinz, Waste Management, wonderful companies. I don't know. Probably because, they want to get away from the old market system. I guess that's the way I would look at it. There's not many companies out there that are trying to do a hybrid model where they're working in the stock market environment and in the crypto market environment. It's very rare that you see those things pop up with all the thousands of coins. Not many go down that path. As I've kind of talked to a lot of people in venture capital areas around here in Seattle, a lot of what's making the most people money here, as far as like where the money is kind of flowing, even in this bear market, it's for blockchain innovation that's built on infrastructure. So how could you help Apple make more money on a blockchain infrastructure? How could you help Starbucks or Microsoft or Tesla or SpaceX or Coca-Cola, some of the companies you were talking about there, Berkshire. How could you help them make more money using the blockchain with your infrastructure? Those are the products that are getting a lot of venture capital money. Very, very good, but they don't own coins. It's very rare that those companies actually own coins. Venture capitalists will tell you, don't make a coin unless you really feel like it's going to actually be beneficial to the business. Because there's other ways to make lots of money if you're a founder of a company than just having a bunch of coins that take off, right? And so there's a lot of risks, there's a lot of regulations that come in with that, owning a coin associated with your business. So it gets a little bit more tricky there. It gets a little bit more tricky. But yeah, I think infrastructure is probably where most of the money is going to right now. So if you find like Solana was one, find out where these people are, where they build, what chain they're building on, so to speak. That's what a lot of people are looking for now. Where are they building their chains? Or, but that really comes into like finding your local community and talking to people on the ground. You're not going to always find this type of stuff on social media. You're going to find it, at your local NFT conference, your local blockchain conference. That's where you're going to find all the new innovative companies. Like the last company that I think I found, I don't think they've had an offering yet, but they're look, a whole bunch of people that have jobs. No, this is like a part-time gig. Satoshi Index. This is one that I found a few months ago at NFT Live here. Satoshi's Index. Let me find their page. There you go. So what they do is they do like, Robinhood, investing on autopilot. And they do it in a way that's actually pretty simple, which I kind of like. So they work with Coinbase and Binance. So they don't actually hold any of your money. If you trust Coinbase, you're going to trust Coinbase. If you trust Binance, you're going to trust Binance, right? So basically, it logs into your account. It has access to your Tether and your stable coins, basically. It doesn't transfer money out of it. It doesn't have the permission to transfer money out of your account. But basically what it does is it let's say you have $1,000 in your wallet in stable coins or Tether or USD. You can set it to autopilot to buy certain assets for you over a period of time. Now, the way this one works right now, because it's not perfectly dumb, is it goes off of volume. So the highest traded volume coins are the coins that they invest in. So maybe Polkadot is on there sometimes. Maybe Polkadot's not. Maybe Polkadot is replaced by Link every now and again, and Lee buying up some Link. But based off of volume, you're always going to be buying a little bit of Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB. You're going to be buying Dogecoin, XRP, ADA. You're going to be buying all that stuff up, right? And so I'm learning more about this. I'm probably going to test it out sooner than later because I want you guys to be able to do something like this. And my big thing about this is you don't have to put money on to. You don't have to really worry about that. If you have a Coinbase account or a Binance account, it'll do everything for you, which I really, really do like. And then, I don't know if you guys can see this dashboard here. But basically, it'll show you what coins you own, how much. You can see the majority of it's Bitcoin, then Atom for this one. Oh, it's me Ethereum here. It'll show you like that, right? Profit against Bitcoin, total investment. I kind of like that strategy, especially if you guys just want to put it on autopilot and you guys don't want to have to worry about buying it every single month. This is for people that really don't know much about crypto. They're kind of new and they just want to get exposure, but they don't want to log into their Binance account time and time again, deal with all that stuff, and deal with Coinbase and stuff like that. But yeah, so stuff like that's always pretty interesting here. But those small businesses always interesting. So I'm hoping some of the infrastructure can be made useful down the road, but I don't know enough about the infrastructure world just yet to say that, hey, that's going to be a wild success, right? That's more of a service, I would say. There you go. Finally bought a ledger for my crypto. Hey, Chef, that's great. That's great, my man. Let me know how it works out. I'm pretty sure it'll do really nice for you. All right, but okay, everybody. I'm going to take the rest of the night off here. I got to get some sleep. I am really, really tired. I had fun streaming with you guys again, and I will be live probably not tomorrow, but Monday. But I will push out a couple of videos for you guys. And keep an eye out for the questions that I have as far as trading. That way you guys can learn how to